Hey everyone, welcome to Fiber Junkies. Fallout Mike D here, flying solo. Today we're going to do one of the Derelict freighter runs, start to finish. Except today we're going to do it after patch because it looks like they just put out the new patch for it today, which I can tell you right now, so far so good. They've done a few changes here, including the freighter screens. Looks like now you can actually move technology to your freighter screens. They've also gotten rid of, my freighter's not in the system so you can't see it, but they've gotten rid of the overlaps, which is good. On the derelict freighters, they have made some various changes on there. We're going to go explore that right now, but in order to get one of those derelict freighters, we're going to do the start to finish. You're going to go up here, upstairs first, to get one of these from the scrap dealer. These guys are brand new with the newest patch. You're going to go see him. Acquire coordinates. Now these things are going to go up in price every time you buy one. I'm surprised mine went down because I think I was up to about 20 million on these. But I'll take it. Emergency broadcast receiver. So you're going to want to have one of those on you. And then you're going to head outside. Now, from what I understand on the derelict freighters, every system is going to have a different freighter that is procedurally generated. So it's going to be different every time you do it, which I have noticed. Thanks for warping in on top of me there. Let's go this direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our inventory. We're going to activate that new broadcast receiver we just got. We're going to tune the signal with E. And then what they want you to do is go to your pulse drive. That thing's going to search for a freighter. And we've got one. So we're going to land on this thing right here. And we head on inside. Now this is going to be extreme cold. So these little cans floating in the air right here are going to have either oxygen or sodium in them. Gonna go ahead and open up the door. There's gonna be all kinds of fun floaty things around. Teleporters. This will bring you back to the beginning, but right now they're not connected to anything. These little blue things right here, they're heaters. You're going to want to activate as many of those as you can. Get your emergency supplies here. Repair kits are nice. So not only do the heaters battle the extreme cold, but they also provide some much needed light in these things. Because it gets a little dark, especially if your computer's in an area that it's lit up pretty well. Seal or irreversibly compromised. Something to note here. They turn on the extreme gravity for you, which means you're going to move really, really slow, and there is no jetpack used. Now, before I start this, I'm going to say this. You can do this either solo or in a team. If you do it in a team, these things, if one person opens them, whether it's little suitcase ones or these, both people can open them and scavenge them. The second person to open them, that's going to appear to already been opened and scavenged. The second person can open it as well. These are the little suitcase ones I was talking about a minute ago. Log snippets. You're going to want to read all these. They tell you about what happened to the crew. Plus, this first one will give you a security clearance. At least it should. And there it is. lockers right here. You can scavenge these for some goodies. Now each raider you do is going to be different, both in design as well as what's running around inside trying to kill you. Okay, we have 2 doors that we can go through. There's a log snippet there. Alright, I was hoping that was a closet, but it's going to be a hallway. And that one's going to go down. I'm going to go back through that other one and hope it's a closet here. And I am going to need some heat or sodium here shortly. Scatter blaster, shotgun type weapons are very nice in this. Okay, we did get a closet, that's nice. I really hope I have enough room in my inventory for all this stuff. Alright, and away we go, down into the depths of this freighter. Now supposedly they changed these ladders so that when you go down, you're facing your objective, and they actually did. Alright, so we get creatures in this one. I'm gonna need a heater or sodium here shortly. Alright, refill the sodium. So we got some aliens over there. They will try to eat you. Living slime. Good source of nanites if you feel a dying urge to spend 45 minutes refining it all. Alright, then you got these guys right here. All kinds of fun. More critters. Not too terribly tough, but they will follow you around the ship and spit at you the entire time. Normally, well, I'm not gonna say normally because they're all different, but many times you're gonna see heaters in just about every room. This is the second one I've come across where there are not a lot of heaters going on. This is your first objective right here. The log snippets will tell you what happened to the crew. These are your objectives that will complete the quests. So this is your first one. You're gonna get your crew manifest. Some of them tend to be a little long. Now you've got your crew manifest. And don't forget to activate the teleporter. It'll help get you out of there. You can get a lot of units and nanites out of this. Sometimes the units are helpful. If you're farming, it's kind of another drop in the bucket. There's a heater. Okay, it looks. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of these guys up in here. Now I could try and run past all these. I may or may not get away with it, but if you get close enough, they will hatch open and come after you anyway. Sometimes you're going to get these little guys. Sometimes you're going to get laser turrets. And those are the only two I've seen so far. Turn this into a nice big shooting gallery. Less things to hide behind. Great, I just shot at a glove. Okay, I think I got all of them. As you can see, they do put a lot of stuff in here for you to be able to go get. And like I said, the reason I'm walking, they turn the gravity all the way up. You can use the run feature, and that's about as fast as you're going to go right there. Alright, let's go get thawed out one last time and head through that slime door. Actually, we have two slime doors that we can choose. Eventually we're going to have to go through each one. That one's an up down, that one's I don't know which one's which here, so let's go just check it out. Little tip, just so you don't get turned around and lost and have to go back and try and find these areas. Helps to leave one door slimed. And we get a closet full of living slime. But it does achieve find one zone. want to say I don't care if the nest is stirring or sleeping. Because I'm going to blast everything. Where'd that thing go? There you are. Okay, I saw one log when we came in. Are there any other logs? Let's get this suitcase. And you don't have to blast the living slime everywhere. I just like doing it for the nanites. Not to mention, I get way too much ammo. There he is. Tough and dangerous? No. Creepy as hell and annoying? Very much. Did I get that? There's only one log snippet in here, correct? Yeah, that should be the only one. Okay, let's keep going. 2 more objectives to get. And it looks like we're going upstairs now. That's funny that people complained that the ladders were facing a direction that the objective wasn't. Of all the things to complain about. Okay, I'm gonna leave that door slimed so I know to come back for it. I'm gonna pray that there's a heater in here. Alright, I see our next objective. to. Honestly, the only time I've ever died on one of these was when I accidentally threw a grenade in one of the rooms and killed myself. And by the way, hello games. I'm really enjoying the rapid fire of the scatter blaster. Nice touch. I can't believe there's not a heater in this room. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the door I came in. I'm just gonna do a, first of all, let's up the sodium. Do a little lap around this thing, get my log snippets. I'm gonna add a little extra sodium since I seem to be burning it. There's my next door, but I still haven't finished my objective in this room. Another log snippet. Alright, next objective, secure mainframe. I have yet to choose an option that does not give me the objectives, so I just choose deceased or unknown. And this is where your security credentials that you got with that first snippet comes into play. Okay, looks like we got everything out of this room. We're gonna go de-slime the door. And move on. We have one objective left, which is the engineering section. Which is right here. Fantastic. Oh, not that one. Now, if memory serves, we have one door upstairs that we still need to get. We are at zones 9 of 10 mapped. So make sure we get all of our salvage out of here. just to give you an idea of how much there is in here. Now, supposedly there was a bug fix, or not a bug fix, but something in the newest patch that was gonna get rid of this mission once you get all the. It was gonna complete the mission once you get all of the objectives going. So no matter if you explored all the zones or not, we're gonna see how that one works out here in just 1 second when I go over to that computer. Ooh, salvage frigate modules, very nice. Now, coming up here is why you do the salvage frigate. Oh, I don't know if I got that snippet. Alright, so we turn on our teleporter. Then this is why right here. You're going to get a couple of goodies out of this thing. So the things you can get out of here, obviously you can get nanites, which you can get nanites everywhere, but technology upgrade, this is where you can get some technology upgrades, some nice ones for your freighter. They didn't have these before the patch, so it's very, very cool. Fabricate freighter bulkhead, and that's a bulkhead expander for your freighter. It's going to add more slots both in your cargo space as well as your technology. So those are going to be very, very nice as well. Before this, you could not upgrade your freighter. Apparently, before this patch, you could. I'm not going to say that I did this, but it's actually in another video. You could take one bulkhead expander and basically upgrade every slot in your freighter. That was a nice big bug, which they should have fixed in this next patch that we just had today. So for me, I've already got the bulkhead expander and upgraded my freighter all the way. I'm going to go with a technology upgrade this time. And we're going to see what we end up. And another C-class. Speed of the fleet, I'll take it. So that's going to be for my frigate missions, and it should bring them back a little bit faster. So then, they put these teleporters here. I'm going to heat up real fast. Okay. Yeah, they actually did. So you can go back and get that one door that we missed on the way in if you really want to, which, just for the fun of it, I'm going to go see if I missed anything good, because, I mean, there's one section where I had salvage frigate modules. We might as well. They really did turn all the ladders around. I'm not used to that. Let's find that door that I missed. Pretty sure it's farther down. Yep, gotta go back up this way. And there's the door we missed. And no really great salvage other than just one more log snippet that we did not get. So it looks like we did this one in about 30 minutes. One last piece to do here. Let's hope they don't get lost on the way back out to my ship. Alright, this should take us right back out to our ship. One last thing to do. We are going to need to fly back to the station and turn in a couple of things. Why is it saying I have to go up there? Oh, that's just the frigate. Okay, already you can see the icons on both sides. You got the scrap dealer and you got the guild envoy. Doesn't matter which one you start with. We're just gonna go get those out of our inventory because honestly they don't sell for a whole lot anywhere else. Scrap dealer. Sorry guys. Sell them the crew manifest for a whopping 230 nanites. We can finally retire and leave this miserable life of crime. And then we go to the guild envoy. And we pretty much donate that for standing. And that's it for derelict freighters. Now they're going to be different every time. You're going to have different aliens. You're going to have different freighters. They're going to be designed differently all the way around. So I hope that helps. And if you like this video, please feel free to like and follow us on our Twitch channels at Fiber Junkies, where we're going to be having more guys on, having a great time talking it up, and just you know, seeing what trouble we can get into each night. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.